Welcome to the final experiments. The final experiments are a preponderance of evidence against flat Earth. And the final experiments all confirm the globe. These experiments were all conducted in December of 2024 when 4 flat earthers and 4 globers went on a journey to Antarctica with me, Will Duffy. Will Duffy.
8 centimeters taller. You can get out of it. Yes. 65.
Hello there. Today we're going to take a look at some video footage that was captured and published by this channel, Conspiracy Toonz, as part of the 24-hour sun project that was performed by some people around December of 2024, including Jaron Campanella, Whitsitt, McToon, and of course Will Duffy and others. Dave McKeegan was also involved. Others involved too. But I don't think the project has really taken as well as they would have hoped, particularly because they did not do anything to address the problem that the Earth is absent any curvature. So whatever's happening in the sky, whether there is sun or whether there isn't sun 24 hours in the southern part of the world, that doesn't change the fact that the Earth doesn't appear to curve in any way. So they've had problems. But I think this video is going to really highlight some other problems that lean towards fraud this time. Hoax, fakery. So thanks and a shout out to Zetetic Truth, his backup channel, Zetetic Backup Channel. Make sure to go and subscribe. This is a really great channel, been around for a good long time and does some great work. But he put a video out 9 days ago, McToon walks behind the sun. TFE fraud. So we're going to do a little deeper dive into that. And if you'd like to check out the actual video, of course, that we're talking about today, it is #1 in Toonz series here, Antarctic 360-degree real-time 24-hour sun, Part A. And you can jump in and take a look at this for yourself. All right, so let's get started with this footage. It is 360-degree footage. And we're only going to use about the first 20 seconds or so. Let's take a look. Okay, before this gets going, I've watched this a few times, so let me point out a few things that you might want to watch out for. As McToon approaches this mic stand, or actually it's this mic stand, I believe. Yeah, this one here. As his coat gets closer to it, you're going to start seeing anomalous movement beyond his jacket. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a filter effect. You'll see the snow patterns change and this kind of do a warp effect before he even gets to touching or before he gets to pass in front of this. Sort of a strange effect. Take a look. Let's watch together. Okay, I'm going to slow this down in a minute, but let's just, I'll play it and then we'll go through it. You saw the little wobble there though. See the wobble? It's almost like, see along the line of his jacket here? We can see that he's stepping into almost a filter here, and it's almost a vertical line on the screen. And as he moves in this area, we're seeing a wobbling effect. Let's continue to watch. Now, this is where he passes in front of the sun. I'm going to show you in a few moments what happens when you pass an object in front of the sun. The least strong part of the sun, I guess you would call it the glare. That's this outer area here. The sun itself, when there's a glare like this, would only be relatively small in this area. So this glare is weaker. It's not the actual sun. So his head should in fact block this light, but it's not doing that. It's not even interacting with this light. His head has gone completely behind it. Let's continue to watch. And it's almost behaving like a sticker on the screen. This doesn't seem to be light. It seems to be a physical object in a way. Of course, he can interact with it, and we will see him blocking this sun in a little bit. But for now, let's just continue to watch. Again, he's going behind just the glare, so there's no reason why his head shouldn't interact with that light and actually dominate it. But he walks right behind it, including all this light wispy rays here. He has absolutely no effect on that light whatsoever. And again, as he passes this area, watch out for that wobble. See that? Now, I'm going to let it play for a moment, because what I'm also interested in is this rule that he brings back. It's almost like he's really trying to show us what's going on. Let me pause for a second here. So he's got this long rule, and honestly, this next sequence just has me wondering, was Toon trying to tell us something here? So this effect here, if you're not familiar, this is a sort of invisibilizing feature that the 360-degree camera has, so that you don't have to actually see the camera itself. We can look down and see the setup here below. Wobble in a pretty nice point there, almost level, at the bottom of the world. Okay, let's continue with this. Again, the interaction between this ruler and the sunlight is another part of what we're analyzing. So look, the ruler isn't even interacting whatsoever with the outer glare of the sun there. Again, just like McToon's head didn't. Now, when it hits in front of the sun, it blasts this area here between this rule and the sun. What we're looking at here is impossible with natural light, and I'm going to demonstrate that in a few minutes. But this gap between the rule and the glare is very, very absurd and strange. Let's keep watching. So, just not like a natural sun. Now he's covering the whole sun there. Wow. I'll try and stop it right in the middle. Like, look at that. That's a very unusual appearing shot, and to me, very unnatural. Wow.
Dave?
Yeah, what's going on between that rule and the sun is strange. You see this line here expanding and shrinking back, and just what's going on with this kind of reflective activity. Very, very unusual.
Impossible to make this,
you know,
tall.
That's not natural interaction. Okay, I think
I've broken YouTube.
Only.
Okay, so that's enough for now. Let's go take a look at some actual objects interacting with the sun, and then we'll come back again for another look. So this is just some footage I shot out of my backyard. I wanted to see what the sun looks like as it goes down behind this globe. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. The glare around the outer part of the sun is not that strong, so the globe, you know, chewed into that, and you can see just at the outside that the glare was overtaken by the physical material of the globe, but the sun itself is starting to take a bite into the globe here. Let's continue to watch. Now, you can see this is the bright part of the sun. It's biting right into the physical material, but you can still see that the glare is absolutely behind it. So, you know, the heavier material, you know, dense matter is going to block out that lighter glare every time. As soon as the globe goes past the halfway point of the sun, it will very rapidly diminish. So let's watch that. See, it's already not glaring, and the amount of light cutting through is small. But you're still seeing, you know, a higher dome of glare. And that's it. The globe looked a little bit cold, so I put a hat on it. And also the softer material would be interesting to observe in front of the light. So let's take a look. So once again, we can see that the material of the hat passed in front of the outer glare of the sun, but the sun itself exceeds, the material after a while, and it just glares through. Yeah. See, the hat is going in front of that lower glare part of the sun. The hat stays in front of that part of the sun. Okay, so I forgot to pass a ruler in front of the sun the first day. I came back a couple of days later with this, and the sky was definitely a little more muggy, but we're still getting the same kind of effect from the sun. So let's take a look. Okay, yeah, first you can see again, similar to the globe and the hat, that the outer glare gets overridden by the material of the ruler, and then it passes through. The sun itself actually seems to bite through the ruler, and then once you pass the halfway mark, the sun quickly gets small again. The ruler basically covers the sun, but you can see it's washed out on both sides, to the left and to the right, and then the sun starts to appear again in a mirror of how it went away on the other side of the rule. Okay, let's once again return to the scene of the pantomime, and let's see what we got. Wobble in this area. Wobbly. Stepping into the filter. Walks behind the sun, no interaction. No dynamic light play whatsoever. Walks behind the sun again. Steps out from behind what seems to be some kind of filter right there. And heads off this way. Okay, now let's slow the footage down as he waves this rule in front of the solar device. Slow down to quarter speed. You can already see that it's not really interacting with a glare and then a round sun in the middle. This just looks artificial. This object seems to interact with it as a full wipe. It's like a filter. Let's take a look. See that? Let me turn the volume off here. See the space here that forms between the rule and this glare? Completely unnatural. And as he moves the rule further to the left, this band expands. See that? Interesting, isn't it? So you can see here, like a filter, the filter is starting to move. It's reacting to the rule. Chopping the sun in half in a weird way there. And again, when it comes to this side, the light has this very strange slice effect, where the sun's rays are still here, but there's this gap that comes between the rule and the rays of the sun. Something very off about this. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Come to your own conclusions, and talk to you soon. All the best.